Good morning, children. Welcome back to the online class. Yeah, in the yesterday's and the previous class, in the previous class we had learned about the algebraic expressions or algebraic identities, correct? In today's class we are going to talk about geometry. What is this geometry? Why we wanted to learn this geometry? How is geometry different from arithmetic and algebra? What is arithmetic? It is completely based on numbers, correct? You will be dealing with all type of numbers. Algebra, it is numerical and the alphanumerical terms will be there in algebra, but in geometry you will be having all the figures. It might be a square, rectangle, everything. Okay, all the figures will be there. You will be learning what type of figure it is, what is the dimension. How are you going to find out it is a two-dimensional figure or three-dimensional figure? Looking at the letter what you write, you can say it is a three-dimensional, two-dimension. No, you cannot say it in that way. If you see a square, yeah, square is a two-dimensional figure. Then you can say triangle as a two-dimensional figure. When it comes to cuboid, then you can say it as a three-dimensional figure. How is it three-dimension? How is it two-dimension? We'll all see it in today's class. But what is a geometry? Geometry is a part of a mathematics where you learn all different types of figures which is drawn in a plane. Then what is this plane? Why are we talking about this plane? See, the plane is an empty space, or you can take it as a space. If you draw a figure, or if I draw a figure on this board, for example, I'll draw a square on this board. Okay. Now I take this is a plane where it does not have any point, or you cannot say that I need to draw the figure from this point itself. There is no specific point from where to start and where to end. No, you can write wherever you want. Now, what is this plane? Why we are going to draw it in the plane itself? It is your choice. It is your choice. In whichever measurement you can draw the figure. Now, if I draw the square in 2 centimeter, all the sides will be 2 centimeter itself. If it is my choice, I take 2 centimeter. If it comes to your choice, you take, oh no, mom, I take 5 centimeter. Mom, I take 6 centimeter. It is your choice. You can draw with whichever centimeter you want in the plane. That is an unruled surface. Correct? Ruled surface where you write the numbers and all. That unruled surface, you will draw the figures, correct? So in the plane, whatever the figure you can draw, you can extend it with any measurement. It is your choice. Whichever measurement you want to draw this figure, you can draw it. So we are going to say the plane is a plane surface. A plane is a surface where you can draw n number of figures of your choice of measurement. It is your choice of measurement. You can draw n number of figures in it. Okay, now I think you have a clear picture of a geometry and a plane. Correct? What is a plane? It is a surface. It is a plane surface where you can draw n number of figures. It is your choice. Small, big, bigger, biggest. It is your choice. You can draw. But it should be a figure. Okay, it should be a figure and you can draw n number of figures on that with n number of measurements. It is your choice. Whichever measurement you require, you can draw it. So, if you draw it on a plane, it is a geometrical figure. The conclusion is that. Then, what else did you learn when it comes to geometry? In the starting only did you learn what is square, rectangle, triangle? No, you learned about the basics. What are the basics? That is point, line segment, ray, intersecting lines, parallel lines, then perpendicular lines, coincident lines. So much of basics you learned before learning about the square, rectangle, triangle, trapezium. Correct? So let me discuss all the basic things and then go to the solid figures. Then you get a very good idea how does the solid figure be drawn. Okay? In today's class, we are going to talk about the basic things of geometry. The basic thing is point. What is this point? A dot. Point is a dot. You can put this dot wherever you want. Where all you will apply it on when you write the sentence. Correct? When you want to draw a line, you will apply it. When you want to put that rangoli, you will put dot. Correct? You will put a point to make sure that you are going to draw a neat line, that is a straight line on those points. Then if you have completed a sentence, you will put a pause there. Pause in the sense, yeah, this is the sentence which has been completed. So you are going to use point in different meaning. When you want to stop a sentence, or when the sentence has got over with the meaningful words, then you will put a point to say the sentence has end. When you want to put that rangoli, you will put a point. Why you want to put? You want to make your drawing, what you draw, very beautiful in shape. Correct? And then what is this point in the geometry says? Point indicates the position in space. That is, wherever you require, you can draw, you can indicate a point, and it is present, it is representing the position. It is representing the position. And does this, can you measure the length of this point? Can you measure the length of this point? No, you cannot measure the length of this point. If you keep your scale, the 0 point will be here, and where to measure? Since it is on 0 itself, so it does not have any length, breadth, or height, thickness, which is the upper line. No, it does not have anything. So the line, the point indicates the position. It indicates only the position, and it does not have anything, that is length, breadth, nothing it has. It indicates only the position. Now how to read this? Point A. If I have another point, point B. If I here have a point, point C. You are going to read it in a way, it is point A, point B, point C. This is a way of you read the points where you want to tell it to us. And the symbolic representation, you are going to write A, and on that you are going to put a point so that it is a point A. Then it is point B. Then it is point C. Clear? Next, coming to the line. Then what is this line? How is this line different from point? Line. Line in the sense what? You are going to draw a line. Okay, you are going to draw a line. Then what is these two arrow marks indicating? These two arrow marks indicates that you can extend this line to whatever measurement you require. Now, I'll be confused in my measurement. First, I'll think I need to draw 5 centimeter. I'll draw 5. No, I do not want 5 centimeter. I want still more bigger. So I'll draw 7. I draw 10. I will be not having a specific measurement to draw a line. Okay, at that time when you extend the lines in two sides, then you can say it as a line, and this arrow mark indicates that you can extend the line in which how much ever measurement you require, or how much ever distance you require, you can extend the line. Now, if I have a point on the line, say called as A and B, a random point, and here also I have point A, B, C and D. Okay, now how are you going to read and how are you going to represent? How are you going to read? That is line AB. You are going to say it as line AB, or BA is a line. Then how are you going to represent? AB. On top of that you are putting a dash, hyphen, that is a hyper sign, and you are going to put 2 arrow marks. Why it is that putting 2 arrow marks? It indicates that you are going to extend, that is a line. You are not drawing a line segment. I'll be talking about the line segment in the next. But what is this line? You do not have a specific measurement. It is a random line which is you are drawing. And BA also. Clear? Then here you have 4 points here. How to read this, how to represent, it is your choice. You can represent the line in whichever 2 letters you want. For example, or for the example what I have taken, I'll be representing the line. How am I going to represent? I'll represent AB is my line, BC is my line, then CD is also my line, and the last is DA, or ulta I can write, that is in whichever way we want, that is AC is my line, or CA is the line, and BD is the line, or DB is the line. So whichever 2 letters in the line which you wanted, you can indicate it as a line where you have n number of points, all different points. See, you have n number of points here. I forgot to say that. The n number of points are joined together to make a line. Clear? N number of points. You might have points here also. So what you go? You are going to extend. You are going to extend to make it as a line. That is a point, intersection of a n number of points, infinite number of points. When an infinite number of points are going to form a line, so it is called as a line itself. That represents the line, and it has two arrow marks to make sure that it extends for whatever measurement you want, or how much ever distance, the random distance you want, you can measure it. And the representation is AB. You are going to put a bar and a two arrow mark so that it represents the line. Clear? Now, go to the next one. It is the line segment. Go to the next one. It is the line segment. Yes. What is a line segment? Yes, here we define that n number of points join together to make a line. Correct. Here you do not have n number of points, only two definite points. Say you have only two definite points and you are going to draw. Now I say this is 5 centimeter line. I say this is a 5 centimeter line. Why? I have a definite measurement here. I have a specified measurement. I cannot, oh, it's 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter, then I cannot extend it. I cannot extend and I cannot write it as 5 centimeter. If I extend and if I write it as 5 centimeter, it is wrong. It is not a line segment. It is a line. Correct? So you cannot extend it. If it is a 5, yes, you should draw for 5 centimeter itself. Clear? Now it has only two end points. It has only two end points. It should have two end points. Then only it is a line segment. For example, another one. So if I take PQ as a line segment which has 7 centimeter. It has 7 centimeter. PQ is a line segment which has 7 centimeter. Okay. So how are you going to represent this? You are going to say that AB is a line segment, or BA is a line segment. Then PQ is a line segment, or QP is a line segment. I am telling you children, it has an end point. It cannot be extended. Okay, if it is extending, it is a line. If it is not extending, it is a line segment. Is it clear for you, the line segment? Then coming to the ray. What is this ray? All the things are here. You will be having a point, you will draw a line, and you are not going to say it as a line segment. Why it is not a line segment? Yes, one fixed point it has, but the other end has been extended. Whichever way, whichever direction you want, you can. So take a right turn. So what you will say? Sir, totally right turn. You will show it. Let's sir, totally right turn. You will extend your hand and say right. It is your way, but the midpoint is here. That is the fixed point is here. You can say it as right turn or right turn, but fixed point is fixed. You cannot break your hand and say go right. Correct? The fixed point is also fixed here, but the length is in your wish. It is your wish. To whichever length you want, you can. Sir, hingoput hing tagoli. You can say it in that way. No, you are going to do it extraordinary when you expand your hand. Correct? So, in a ray, it has one fixed point and the next fixed point, that is the next point, are being an extended line. It is your wish. To whichever length you want, you can extend it. So, what is a ray which has one fixed point? It has one fixed point. Clear? The line segment has two fixed points. Line does not have any fixed point. Both the ends are being extended to whichever length you want. Point, it does not have length, dimension, or length, dimension, or thickness. Nothing. It does not have anything. Okay. Then what else? The plane you had learnt in the few minutes before itself. That is, you are going to draw a geometrical figure where you can extend it to whichever length you want in all the sides. If you are extending it in all the sides, then it is a geometrical figure where it is drawn on a plane surface. Clear about this? The ray. How are you going to say the ray? If OA. If OA is the ray, how are you going to represent it? It is OA is the ray. You cannot say it as AO. No, the fixed point indane helbeku. AO is a ray. If you have another ray here, it is OB is a ray. When you have a fixed point, in that only you need to say it as a ray. You cannot say it as BO is a ray. No, BO is not a ray. B is the extended point to whichever length you want. You can extend that B length. But O cannot be extended. Correct? So B is not an end. B is not a fixed point. That is, O is the fixed point. OB you should read. OB is a ray. Ray OB. OB on the top, you are going to put an arrow mark. Arrow mark in the sense O is the fixed point and A is the extended point. Your AB is a fixed point. Coming to the line, how are you going to represent? Arrow marks. Arrow marks. So A also you can extend, B also you can extend. Coming to point A, that is point A, point B. Line AB, line BA. Line segment AB, line segment BA. Then ray OB, ray OA, ray. If you have, see, if it is A, the fixed point is A, and if you have C, then it is ray AC. You cannot say it as CA, it is wrong. You are going to say it as AC. I think these basics are clear for you. Then you are going to say about, then we are going to talk about intersecting lines. What are intersecting lines? So intersecting line segment, they are not saying it as intersecting line segment. It is meant like that itself. That is intersecting lines. Why is it intersecting lines? Because you can extend the lines to whichever end you wanted. It has one point of intersection, that is two lines get intersected at one particular point. So let me take AB is a line and CD is a line and point O is an intersecting point. So it is called as what? Intersecting lines. It is intersecting lines. Why it is not line segment? Because it does not have end point. I can extend to whichever length I want, but it does not have end point, but it has only one intersecting point where it is point O. So point O is a intersecting point of a line AB and CD. Clear? Then you have parallel lines. Then it is a parallel line. Even this is not a line segment, it is a parallel line. What is this parallel line? You draw a line such that, you draw two lines such that it never meets anywhere. You are going to draw a line such that it never meets anywhere. Do you think they are meeting anywhere? No, you cannot. They are not meeting anywhere. When two lines which are not meeting anywhere, such a line is called as a parallel line. Clear? So if I have a point here, so AB and CD. So how are you going to represent it as? AB is parallel. That is, you are going to draw two lines in between CD. Clear? So you are going to say that there is no intersecting point, or the two lines does not intersect or meet anywhere or any point. Then you are going to say such a lines as parallel lines. Then another one is perpendicular line. What is this perpendicular line? I've heard it somewhere. Yes, you have heard it in triangle lesson. In the 9th standard, if you remember, you would have learnt about the criteria, triangle, that is SAS, SSS, that is from 8th only you have come across this criteria. There you would have learnt perpendicular line. Perpendicular line. Even this is a line, it is not a line segment, it does not have any end points. So, what is a perpendicular line? If you have a line AB and if you draw a line CD such that both the lines are meeting at one particular point, then you can say it as a Perpendicular line. Perpendicular line, the condition you can also say it as a intersecting lines. Correct? Yes, ma'am, it is intersecting lines. Then what is the difference between perpendicular and intersecting? Intersecting lines never make any angle. See, never make an angle 90 degree. Sorry, it never makes an angle 90 degree. See, here it might have any angle. Here it might have any angle. But if it is making an angle 90 degree, if it is making an angle 90 degree from wherever the line you measure, then you can say it as a perpendicular line. Okay, now if I draw a cross, if I measure it, it is not 90 degree. Why? It is of different measure, different length. If it is of different length, you cannot say it as a perpendicular line. You can say it as only intersecting line. Why? Because it is intersecting and it has one particular point. Intersecting lines intersecting lines can be perpendicular when with only one condition, that is it should make 90 degree. And all the perpendicular lines can be intersecting lines. Why? Because it is intersecting at one particular point. Did you understand? Intersecting lines can be perpendicular. In all intersecting, I am not saying. Intersecting lines can be perpendicular only when it is making 90 degree. Okay, in all the sides, if you measure all the angles, see 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 4 angles. If you measure all the 4 angles, if all the 4 angles are 90 degrees, then you can say yes, intersecting is intersecting and it is perpendicular. When you are talking about perpendicular, you can say it as intersecting lines also. Why? Because it is intersecting at one particular point. The condition for intersecting is it should intersect at one particular point. Yado one line intersect ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ intersecting lines. Perpendicular line ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ all the 4 angles should be 90 degree. Then only you can say it as a perpendicular line. Did you understand the difference between the intersecting and perpendicular? Both look similar, but the conditions are applied. Okay. Then these are the basic. Then you have coincident line. Sorry, I did not tell about that. Coincident line. What is a coincident line? You have n number of points. Okay. If those points are joined together. Okay, for example, you will be having ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is one equation, and you will be having zx plus vy plus u is equal to 0. This is one equation. If both the equation are forming one point itself, that is, if this here a value is 0, b value is 1, and here also z value is 0 and b value is 1. At that time, when you are going to draw it on a graph, if both the points are coincide, if both the points, that is, if all the points of these two lines are intersecting each other, ella points intersect ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is a coincident line. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? See, you will be having point here and you will be having point here. So this is a different line, that is, I can say this is this line and this is xz line. Okay, I cannot say these two lines as coincident line. Why? These are of different points. This might be 0, 1 and this might be 2, 3, minus 2, 3 because sorry, it is 2, minus 3 because it is coming down. Okay, if it was 0, 1, 2, minus 3, then 11, 2, 11, minus 2. If it was both the lines points were same, then if you draw a line, both the lines points are coinciding each other, and if you are drawing a line, that type of line is called as coincident line. And the ella point nu ondukondu joint agbeku. Okay, ondukondu koodbeku. Now when you close this book, all pages are coinciding with each other. One page udda, one page nunda enadru idya? No, all the pages are merged. All the pages are merged with each other. Correct? One page is not tall, one page is not short here. If it is in this kind, if the line is in this kind, that is all the points are merging with each other, then it is called as coincident line. Clear about this? Yeah, these are the basic lines and point, ray, line segment, everything of the geometrical figures. Then it comes to the solid figure. You will be having solid, that is square, rectangle, triangle, circle. uh, cube, cuboid, sphere, cylinder, cone, these and all, as per we go with the topics, we'll be discussing about their properties. Okay. See, now if I take triangle and start explaining, then nothing will be there for your triangle lesson. You will be in a fresh mind to listen what is triangle, what are we going to do, circle, oh circle, and you will recall what all we have done. Clear? So let me take those solid figures in the chapter wise. Okay, now till today the bridge course is got over. All the bridge course, that is that is arithmetic, algebra and geometry, all the three sub units of your mathematics subtopics of your mathematics, or you can say the divided topics of the mathematics is being done. Then you are going to get prepared for your pre-test, that is bridge course test. Okay, and the FA1 will also be coming nearest, so we are going to start with our regular topic. As you know, from past 2 years, due to this COVID, so many of the things are being eliminated, or so many of the things in your lessons are being removed. Correct? So let us not remove all the things what they have told. See, some of the lessons are there. I'll go through those lessons now. Some of the lessons are there where you have complete chapters. So let us complete all the chapters what we have, which is completely be there. That is for this now what they are writing exam. Now see, so many chapters was as it is, how it is. Okay, so some of the chapters, some topics are being removed, but some lessons are there where you have same topics throughout the end. So let me take those lessons first and complete the syllabus, and then the government will announce now which is there, which is not there. So if it is not there, some of the lessons are not there, let me give you a brief structure of that, so that it will be helpful for your higher studies. If you suppose take math as your, that is science as your subject, that is in PU or PUC, then it will be very helpful for that combination. It is your choice, children. Then anything else? Yeah, for the you do not have to keep arithmetic and algebra different books. No, you can keep arithmetic and algebra one particular book itself, and geometry 200 pages a plain book, that is unruled book you are going to keep, and graph also you have, that is 100 pages book you are going to keep, and for arithmetic and algebra it is 200 pages you keep. If it is completed, then you can go ahead with the another book. Okay, now if I am doing arithmetic, you are going to start from the first, and if I am going to do algebra, you are going to start from the back. Okay, make a partition in one particular book itself. In the first you write arithmetic, and in the middle you write algebra. That you are going to keep a particular book for mathematics. See, I am very particular in the notes, homework, and your that is the project assignments, unit test, everything. I am very particular in that. Yes, you know that it is an online class. You can copy it with your classworks when we give test. I know how many people will get what marks and how many will not get, how much will other people get. Okay, we'll have all the statistical start with us, or what are the progress you have got. So do not cheat yourself. Yeah, that won't do anything for us. The favor is not done for us. The favor is done for only for you to read properly and to attend whatever you require. Before starting only these things, it should be clear for you. Okay, you are going to keep two books, that is 200 pages for arithmetic and algebra, and 200 pages unruled book for geometry. And you will be having graph which will be provided by your school, that is 100 pages book. Okay, and for homework, no separate homework for arithmetic, algebra, geometry. No separate homework. You will be having one particular homework book, and you are going to solve each and every sum in that particular homework book. Did you clear for it? And coming to the chapters what you have in your syllabus, that is the academy year 2021 are AP, that is arithmetic progression. You will be having the following that. It is triangles, then pair of linear equation in two variables, circles, area related to circle, construction, coordinate geometry, real numbers. In this area related to circle and real numbers, both the topics have been eliminated to the previous year. Let us keep those two topics pending. I am telling you, let us keep those two chapters pending. Okay, so let us complete the all other chapters. All other chapters are been full. There is no omission or nothing is there for that chapters. And coming to the part 2, you will be having polynomials, quadratic equation, introduction of trigonometry, applications of trigonometry, statistics, probability, surface area and volume. In this again 2 chapters are removed, that is polynomials and probability. That is only 4 chapters in 15 chapters it has been removed, and all the other 11 chapters are been there as it is with what is there in the textbook. So we are going to cover those 11 chapters and wait for the announcement of the government what they say. If they say it is the old syllabus of 2020-21, then we are going to stick on for this itself. Okay, and I'm going to give a gesture of the blueprint of the other 4 lessons. Okay, if you are going to the higher studies, then you can use for that, and the remaining everything will be done. I think this is clear for you. Your homework, the classwork and the project, whatever we are going to give, it should be submitted on date. It should be submitted on date. Clear? No, there is no excuse for anyone that you have gone out, you have reached somewhere. No excuses. You are going to submit it on particular date. Okay? And we are going to give you sufficient number of days to complete that. And all the sums will be done. And if you have any doubt, you can come and ask. There is nothing in asking the doubts. If you have a silly doubt also, you can come and ask. Okay? And make sure that you are going to write your classwork very neatly. Not all in one classwork I want. Kannada, English, Hindi, no. Not all in one classwork. I want a particular maths classwork to be maintained neat. If it is not neat, it will be torn off. You can ask your seniors, I'll tear the book. It should be very neat and it should be binded also. So make sure that you are going to bind your class books and you are maintaining the class book very neat with index field and date and day written on each and every day what we are going to do. Clear about this? Yes. This is all the instruction what I wanted to give you regarding the academy year of 2020-21, sorry 21 and 22. Okay, I make sure that everything is clear, neat. It should be. Why? Because I'm telling you all this, your internal marks is with our end. 20 marks. If you want 20 on 20, you should maintain all the records very neatly. If you do not want, if you do neglect in that, even we neglect, we see to that, we also neglect in giving you the marks. Clear? Thank you very much, children. And from tomorrow's class, we are going to start with our lessons. Okay, we are going to start with our lessons. Make sure that you buy all the textbooks and the notes and get ready for the lesson. Thank you very much, children.